Modern weight loss often feels like a frustrating math problem. We are taught that if you burn more calories than you consume, the weight drops off. But anyone who has fought stubborn fat knows this simple equation usually shatters when confronted with the realities of chronic stress, poor sleep, or genetics. Traditional Chinese medicine approaches this from a different angle. In TCM, carrying excess weight is a long-term energetic imbalance, a system-wide failure in how the body transforms food into energy and transports fluids. To understand this, we have to look at the first stage of the breakdown. When your internal metabolic engine loses momentum, the normal flow of digestion slows. Unprocessed fluids pool and stagnate in your muscles and tissues, creating a heavy, lethargic state known as dampness. Left untreated, that moisture condenses. It becomes phlegm, a dense yellow obstruction that manifests as stubborn fat deposits and deep metabolic blockages. You cannot simply starve this accumulation away. To address the root, you must look at how the body communicates its internal state and identify exactly where the system has stalled. The diagnostic process starts with the spleen, the body's primary digestive engine. When you overwhelm the spleen with cold foods, heavy dairy, or chronic overthinking, its ability to transform food into usable energy simply falters. This is the primary trigger for internal dampness. To find out if your spleen has stalled, a practitioner treats the outside of your body as a map of its internal state. By pressing 3 fingers to the patient's wrist, they can detect the specific nature of the metabolic blockage. In patients struggling with obesity, they are looking for one of 2 distinct patterns. A slippery pulse, which feels like a thick, rolling sensation, indicates a heavy accumulation of dampness and phlegm. Conversely, a weak, thin, faint rhythm reveals a lack of energetic flow, or qi deficiency. Next, they examine the tongue. A swollen tongue body, visible teeth marks along the edges, and a thick, greasy coating serve as physical indicators that internal dampness has taken hold and digestion has become sluggish. By mapping these specific physiological markers, the rolling pulse and the swollen tongue, practitioners drop the generic label of obesity and categorize the patient into profiles. The first profile is the stressed stagnator. In TCM, your liver system is responsible for maintaining the smooth, continuous flow of both energy and emotions. When chronic stress causes that energy to seize up, you get liver qi stagnation. This physical tension manifests as compulsive stress eating, tight abdominal bloating, and mood swings. The second profile is the exhausted digester, which stems from spleen weakness. Instead of the tight, anxious bloating of the liver profile, this person experiences a heavy, puffy body, deep physical lethargy, and loose digestion.
The third profile is the cold and slow patient. This indicates a failure of the kidney system, which TCM relies on to provide the body's foundational warming fire. Without that internal heat, a condition called kidney yang deficiency, the metabolism slows. The internal fire dwindles to a tiny ember, resulting in a perpetually cold body, weakness in the lower back, and severe water retention as fluids expand in the tissues. Stress, weak digestion, or a lack of internal heat. Because each of these patterns features a different root cause, applying the exact same grueling diet and exercise routine to all of them is biologically destined to fail. That failure rate points to the real danger of obesity in TCM. It operates as a self-perpetuating cycle. Accumulated phlegm physically blocks energy pathways, which chokes off circulation, further weakens digestion, and generates even more dampness. To break the cycle, the objective is to systematically restore metabolic balance and dry out that internal dampness using targeted inputs tailored to the specific deficiency. The first adjustment is dietary. You must eat warm, cooked foods like soups and ginger to protect the spleen's digestive fire. At the same time, you have to eliminate ice-cold drinks and excess sugar, which act like ice water thrown directly onto the metabolic engine. The approach to movement requires a similar shift. Extreme, exhausting workouts can further deplete a weak spleen. Instead, consistent, flowing movements, like Tai Chi, are required to gently push stagnant qi through the blockages. Finally, rest and mindset are active prescriptions. Prioritizing sleep rebuilds the kidney's metabolic fire, while active stress management ensures the liver's energy keeps flowing, stopping the cycle of emotional eating.